A debate tonight on how to best keep people safe on Des Moines' south side. The fire chief says adding an extra engine at Station 8 hasn't helped crews get to emergencies faster.
Fire Station 8 covers the south side of the city. It's located near the Des Moines Airport. KCCI's Amanda Rooker is live at Station 8 tonight. Amanda, the city is still deciding what should happen next, but the firefighters union worries taking an engine out of service could slow response times.
There's some debate over this, Stacy and Ben. Fire Station 8 is the third busiest station in the city, and it also includes a large area, including the Des Moines Airport. Now, we want to show you some video from the 4th of July when there was an emergency plane landing at the airport. And the airport does have its own separate fire crew, but that day, Des Moines firefighters were also called to assist the situation. Now, at a neighborhood meeting tonight, the fire chief told residents that Fire Station 8 doesn't need as many vehicles as it has right now, but some firefighters disagree.
For the last 18 months, Station 8 has run 3 frontline vehicles full-time, a fire engine, a ladder truck, and a medic unit, to see if having all 3 ready every day would help crews reach emergencies faster.
At some point, there has to be a balance.
The Des Moines Fire Chief John Takip says the data does not show improvement.
The result was having both the fire engine and the ladder truck did not improve it. It was the same as the year before.
He says it costs the city a lot in overtime to keep both vehicles running without making service better.
If we're going to expend like that, I sure want it to improve safety and not have it be the same outcome, because the residents deserve better.
The chief says he hasn't made a final decision yet and wants more conversations with neighbors and city leaders. But neighbors at a meeting Tuesday night,
safety to me is not negotiable. To remove a truck from the south side.
And the firefighters union are voicing concerns.
But taking a frontline engine out of service isn't the answer. That just means more work for our folks.
Union President Joe Van Hollen says removing Engine 8 would force crews to cover the same large territory with fewer resources. And he says that could slow them down when seconds matter.
It's slower response times. It takes us longer to get there. And when those rigs are out of service, say if Engine 8 was out and Truck 8 and Medic 8 were on another run, you're just talking about a long distance that the other apparatus have to travel to get into that area.
But Takip says his focus is on getting help to residents faster. He says that will take more stations and more staff on Des Moines' south side, not an extra rig.
Our priority is exactly what they've been telling us for years and years. They want the fastest response time. And so my responsibility is to take the resources that give them that.
Right now, the Des Moines fire chief told me he does not have a timeline for when there will be a decision on either to keep the Fire Engine 8 in service or to remove it. Now, that is his call to make, but the city council can intervene if it disagrees with his decision. Live in Des Moines, Amanda Rooker, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
There are currently 11 fire stations in Des Moines. Last year, crews from those 11 stations responded to nearly 34,000 calls. 62% of the calls were EMS related. The department also has a mobile integrated healthcare program with trained paramedics to help people who call 911 often.